All right, welcome to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT radio station and Channel 18 Valley TV. Hello, Papa.
We got any other sources of output? Radio and TV?
YouTube.
Okay, I thought there had to be 3 at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I turned in my notice today at school.
Your notice?
Yep. And I had the former head coach, Mr. Reel.
Jason Reel.
Okay, yeah. And he said, "Are you going big time TV?"
I didn't know you turned it in either. I didn't know this.
Well, the surgery is June the 12th.
But there's no school yet. I mean, it's a summer.
That's true, but my surgeon suggested I no longer do that after I have the surgery.
Well.
So I told everybody down there today, the cooks and my bosses and everything, that I would not be back. So.
Well, you need to substitute, man.
Well.
You don't have to lift anything.
That's the main thing. I gotta find a job that there's no work to.
Yeah.
But good paying, and not many hours.
I didn't think you had to lift during the lunchroom. You're just picking up trays, aren't you?
Oh, Bily, come and be.
Well, I bet you go above and beyond, though. You probably don't have to do all that.
Be my helper one day.
Well,
1 hour one day.
You probably don't have to do all that, though.
Probably not.
Okay. And you probably didn't tell the doctor that, did you?
The doctor just asked what I did, and I explained to him what I did.
I wish I'd have been there with you, and I'd have been like, he don't have to do none of this. He just does it.
Your mother was there with me.
Well, I'm surprised that she didn't say that, because she knows too.
How did we get off on this? We're supposed to...
I'm giving you a taste of your own medicine. Oh, you've been in rare form since you walked through the door today.
Rare form.
Has he not, Allie? Oh, thank you.
Maybe I'm like wine and cheese. I improve with age.
Maybe.
I'm 1 week older today than I was last.
Right. Well, we have some announcements, but I do think you should substitute teach. This is my recommendation. That's easy.
Maybe you should speak to Miss Terry and try to get me.
I will. And she would say yes immediately.
Build me up. Make me look good.
I will. If you act okay today, I will.
Well, I said I came in rare form.
You did.
I thought you would say common form. Standard Albert.
No, not today.
Okay. Or do you have any announcements at all?
Well, yours are further away, and that's what we're trying to do here. Yeah.
To give people time to think about it.
Yeah, there is.
Make plans.
Exactly. So yeah, yours are the ones we'll do.
Okay. Saturday the 27th. That'll be a week from tomorrow. A talent show? No one has told me.
Now you know.
I could do storytelling.
You could, couldn't you?
I could do story. But one thing
we need to tell Cliff you're going to enter.
I've heard a couple of Cliffs. They're pretty neat. But the one that I've had more fun with is the flea and the fly that got caught in the flu.
Oh, his joke?
No, that was mine.
Oh, okay.
I've had more fun out of that one. I could tell it at the talent show.
You could. You're right.
The flea and the fly got caught in the flu.
That's a tongue twister, isn't it?
The fly said to the flea, "Let's flee," and the flea said to the fly, "Let's fly." So the fly and the flea flew through a flaw in the flu.
Good Lord.
That would be a good story to tell.
It would.
That's a tongue
I was saying, Cliff, it's a tongue twister, definitely.
But the one that people...
Cliff's doing that, though. I'll tell him you want to enter.
The ones that the one I'd want to do is the 96, 94, 92-year-old women.
Definitely. That's the funniest joke.
That would be
that we've ever told up here.
That'd be hilarious.
Yes.
This talent show... Okay, it says solo, duets, or bands. That leaves me out.
I'll tell Cliff to add storytelling to it.
If you can play or sing
Bring it.
Okay. It costs
Nothing.
It costs nothing.
Free admission.
So evidently, there's no prizes given for the participants.
Probably not.
It's at 5 o'clock on the 27th.
And it's not American Idol, folks, so
And it's going to be
it
here,
don't have to be great. Yes.
be here?
Yes.
not at the Main Street stage.
No.
It's going to be here.
No.
So it'll be air conditioned.
That's right. That's right.
That's something to think about, folks.
Yeah, because it's
You
hot.
get entertained freely, and you get cooled while you're here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure there'll be concessions.
I went through 2 or 3 days last week with no air conditioner.
Oh, really?
It cost me $285 to get it fixed, but I got it fixed.
I'd say so with this weather.
Well, I had, like
Been
I
on the
said,
reel, hadn't it?
they did me a good job. Okay, also on May the 26th, which will be a week from tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Week from tonight.
This is at Scotty's.
Scotty's is having a performance
Concert.
by the Sullivan Band. They've done this before there.
Yeah, I think even last year.
Really?
I know they did last year for sure.
Well, of necessity, you must bring your own seating arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
They do not furnish chairs.
No.
But that's a good idea.
Bring a chair.
Scotty's.
They're a good band.
And while you're there listening to them, get to eat a Scotty burger.
Well, there you go.
Let me tell you, the Scotty
Or a
burger,
hamburger steak.
yeah, or shrimp.
Yeah.
The Scotty burger is close kin to the Crystal burger. And
We are, aren't
to
they?
give you an idea how young I am, I can remember when Crystals were a nickel. Bledsoe County, you don't believe me, do you?
Yeah.
Bledsoe
Sadly,
County
yeah.
Truck and Tractor Pull. The hell, he didn't believe me. This is going to be on June the 24th. And now I bet that's on a Saturday night.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's out at the fairgrounds on Allen P. Dickens Road. And it's at 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not just tractor pull. I saw a tractor park down here saying advertising a tractor pull, but it's truck and tractor pull.
And that's actually tomorrow. I've never heard of this. It's a tractor pull parade.
They're going to have tractors in the parade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's been done before.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, tractors and super stocks and trucks, it's all going to be put on here in Pikeville at the fairgrounds, June the 24th. Don't forget that, folks.
That's a big event.
That sounds
It
big
looks like 5 and under get in for free, and 6 and older is $10.
6 and older is 10. Well, you'd be
That'll
over.
be all of us. All of
You'd
us.
be
there.
over $10. I mean, you'd have to
That's
pay
not
$10.
too bad though, and
I wonder
it's
how
a
long it
big
lasts.
event. I think it lasts at least a couple hours.
Think of all the gas that will be consumed that night with all those tractors
I know it.
pulling. Wonder what they pull? Each other?
I don't know.
I don't know what a tractor will
Need to
pull.
get them up here and ask them.
They might be pulling a stubborn bull that doesn't want to be pulled.
That'd be funny to watch.
Well, let's see. We better do the trivia.
Yeah, this is last week's trivia.
Yeah, I want to do last week's
I
trivia.
can't remember how we did, Allie, but it was sports. I might have
You
done
did
decent.
well.
Okay.
You did well. Name the team you associate the name Mike Ditka with.
The Chicago Bears.
Now, you remember, don't you?
Yes.
And also name the team you associate the name Mark Archie Manning. And today's his birthday.
Oh,
60-something, you're 68.
Archie Manning.
Yeah.
Well, I associated Archie Manning with Ole Miss Rebels.
Right, not Tennessee where Peyton went.
No, Peyton went
Archie
against.
went to Ole Miss.
Yeah, Peyton was supposed to go to Ole Miss, and he went to Tennessee.
I had the chance to meet their coach one year.
Who, Ole Miss?
Ole Miss coach Johnny Vaught. The friend that took me to the game knew him and talked to him over the fence, and he said, Albert, you want to go over there and meet him?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
But
And their stadium's named after him. Their stadium now.
yeah. Okay, third question. What team do you associate the name Robert Nealon with?
UT. Tennessee.
You're 3 for 3.
Yeah.
You're batting 1,000.
Yeah, their stadium's named after him.
But you want to get this next one. Name the team you associate the name Phil Rizzuto with.
No, because that's probably from 1920, so no.
No, in the 40s, 50s.
I remember you. Oh,
Phil Rizzuto.
it's a different. It's not football, is it?
No, baseball. Well, I said that like you should know.
No. The Yankees.
Right, you guessed.
I do guess.
That was a stab in the dark, Billy. You know it.
I know. I can't believe I got it right.
But you did get the fifth one. The fifth one is name the team you associate the refrigerator with. And what was his name?
The fridge. He was very popular.
Yeah.
He was on the '86 championship team of the Chicago Bears.
You're good.
And
his name?
he did remember they did the Super Bowl shuffle?
Yeah.
His name was, I think, his last name was Perry. William Perry?
Yeah.
That's it.
4 out of 5.
He was very popular.
Okay, where are you batting when you bat 4 out of 5?
90.
800.
800, okay. Good deal.
You divide the 5 into the 40? 800. That's why you get your batting average.
We got 5 more minutes this segment, so...
Have we?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were already through. That's all the trivia we had from last week.
Well, I was on a roll on that one. I was on a roll. Well, that night before the talent show, we're going to have another announcement. Kerry Hassler and the Nickel Roll Band will be doing their blues and country show Friday the 26th. Showtime is 7 p.m. and tickets are $10 per person. And I know that same night,
the 26th.
if I can find it though, I know the Boy Scouts are having something that night
I saw that too. But now I don't know where it went to.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost know it by heart. Well, it's a fundraiser for Boy. Might be in this. It's Boy Scout Summer Camp. Here it is. It's for Boy Scout Troop 76. A summer camp fundraiser, and it's going to be at the Pikeville Fire Department on May the 26th, right here on Main Street, from 4 to 8 p.m. And they're going to have authentic Italian food.
Authentic?
Mm-hmm.
An Italian is going to cook it?
Apparently so. So that's going to be really good. Cliff was talking about it. No, I can't remember the person. He has these recipes that in his family, and it's all authentic, real Italian food. I think it'll be really good.
I bet his name's Luigi.
Luigi, it's a good guess.
Sounds Italian.
Or Mario. And it's from 4 to 8 p.m. And I think you just give a donation.
No set amount.
It doesn't show one.
But if you just put down a quarter, they may kick you out.
Yeah, deservingly so, probably.
Yeah, I won't try a quarter.
But it's a spaghetti dinner, but it's like I said, it's not your typical spaghetti. It's authentic Italian food. And it's supposed to be really good, so we're going to have to go check that out.
Now, where is this?
It's at the fire department, right across the street from us.
Where will the fire department be later?
It's going to, well, at some point, it's going to be close to you.
It's going to be moved to South Pikeville.
Mm-hmm.
You can already see much progress because pavement has been spread and has been poured and paved.
Really?
Oh yeah, I mean, I could go out there and roller skate. 2 days ago,
I'd like
you
to
couldn't
see
roller skate
that.
on gravels. Well, I wouldn't try roller skating now, would I? But you could skateboard. Well, I wouldn't try that either. Ride a bicycle.
You might try that.
I would ride a bicycle. But it looks smooth and neat.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to kick that thing in shape by the 1st of June.
Oh, wow, that'd be real good.
Sometime in June.
Well, that's closer than I realized.
But it's going to be something that the community and the county can be proud of. Of course, the county doesn't come there to pay their city taxes, but people will have an opportunity to pay their gas bill wherever you are in the county.
Yeah.
And your taxes, or city taxes.
What are they going to do with the big gymnasium? I always thought that would be a perfect YMCA.
That's not part of it.
It's not. That's a shame.
Well, it's across the street. There's not been any renovation.
As Allie's doing the YMCA. I think it'd be a great YMCA. I do.
Well, now, all the new windows have been put in. All the broken windows. Kids are destructive to a certain degree. I can remember when Von Chevrolet, right down here where Lola's is now, when they closed shop, I can remember seeing kids just throw rocks just to break the window.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got on.
That's messed up.
And then they've done the same thing down at the grammar school.
Yeah.
They did it at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
We have that nature within us that, well, it's a form of vandalism.
It is vandalism, and it's pointless.
Pointless.
It really is.
But evidently it satisfies
Some
part
people.
of our being that we want to do this thing. A boy today at school took his fork and hit his plate real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Broke the fork. And I walked up to him and I said, "Do you feel better now?" He said, "Yeah."
He did. He must have been upset about something.
He evidently was.
Well, the grammar school gym's been there forever, for a long, long time, and it'd be nice to see it get some use.
It hadn't been there forever. I remember the old.
But it's been there a long time, though.
I can remember seeing where this building is now. It used to be Lee's Cash Store.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Lee and John Brown Lee, but their dad, Pat Lee, would go to the ball games down there when we had a private team outside Lee called the Pikeville Demons, and he had
What a name!
he had two sons that played on the basketball team. They were men,
Uh-huh.
and he would sit on the banister that separated the court from the seating capacity place, and it was just a 2x4 wide, and he would sit on that. And one night he got so excited he fell off of the floor. Bless his heart.
Well, after he knew he was okay, though, it'd be hard not to laugh.
Yeah. But now let me tell you, it was well attended.
The Pikeville Demons, where'd they come up with that name?
One of the men that was a politician over here, Blackie Lawson, he was one of the men on the team. Harold Welch was on the team.
So it's an outside league.
Outside, and they played other teams from other towns. They brought in a team of players that played on donkeys.
Yeah, donkey basketball.
Yeah, and we had
I've seen that before, and it is funny to watch.
But that gym had 4 pot-bedded stoves in it to keep it hot.
Oh, wow.
4 pot-bedded stoves located at 4 different locations, 2 on each side, and that's what kept the big gym warm.
That's it.
In
Kept it
winter time.
warm, all right.
Well, but anyway, that gym that's gone.
Yeah, I never saw it.
My dad attended the old high school before it burned.
Really?
The old high school, this high school building was built in 27, I think.
That was the other one right here in town.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go to our first break, and we'll be back with some this week's trivia and some
I want
sports
to see you
for
do
you.
as well.
I hope so. Just depends. It all depends on the question. But we'll be right back here watching the Albert and Billy Show. Listen to us on WUAT, watching us on Channel 18 Valley TV. Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show. Now it's time for this week's trivia.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I had to have some help on this first question.
Well, that means it's hard.
From your mother. Well, no.
Okay.
Over the period of time that you've allowed me to be here with you on this program, at various times I have flung at you letters like TVA.
Okay.
Do you remember what the TVA stood for?
Tennessee Valley Authority.
Yeah, and I've used other times I've used those different letters to stand for different things.
Yes.
Well, there's one that came to my mind the other day, and it's OPEC, O-P-E-C. And the reason this is, I don't know why it came to me, but one reason it's so important, it has to do with the price you pay every time you fill up your car with gas. I'll give you a hint. OPEC.
Allie, any clue?
OPEC. O-P-E-C.
Some kind of tax.
It has to do with Getting gas.
Yeah, I gave you a hint. I said
So
it has
much of one, yeah.
So the P must be petroleum.
Okay, petroleum. I was thinking maybe the O is
You make
oil.
gas out of oil.
So the O is
You
for
didn't get
oil.
that. No.
I was going to say that though, until you said petroleum.
Petroleum, let that be the oil. Okay.
That one's tough.
You'll get the answer next week.
Yeah.
What do the letters OPEC stand for? Because it is very important to the health of the world financially.
Okay.
Because we depend on the petroleum. The whole world does.
Yeah, that's true.
Second question.
Okay.
Who wrote the classic story, The Grapes of Wrath, and where did it take place? The Grapes of Wrath. Where did it take place?
I don't even know who wrote it, let alone where it took place.
And
Give us some clues.
Oklahoma,
It took place in Oklahoma.
during the Dust Bowl.
I've heard of the Dust Bowl.
The Dust Bowl was a time when the winds and the storms were so bad that it just kept shifting everything, and
Okay.
everything came to a standstill.
Yeah.
So that was a period of time, and this man, he was a great author, wrote the story, The Grapes of Wrath. So,
I mean, I've heard of
you
it.
ought to be able to see it on one of the old channels. I mean,
Yeah, it's a movie,
They
too.
still play it. Question number
You
3.
don't know that now? And your literature is your thing.
She ought to know that. Okay, question number 3. What president uttered the words, "Walk softly, but carry a big stick"?
I have no idea.
Famous utterance. Walk softly, but carry a big stick. You don't know?
Roosevelt?
Yeah.
All right.
Which?
Oh,
There were 2
no.
presidents that were named Roosevelt. Theodore and Franklin Delano.
Franklin said it.
No.
Theodore said it.
You had to guess it. Question number 4. What Union general led the infamous March to the Sea during the Civil War? He took a swath through the South and went all the way to the sea. He laid destruction everywhere he went. A Union general.
Lee?
Lee was a Southern general.
Oh, you're saying a Northern general.
I said Union.
Grant?
No. Question number 5.
Well, you don't give us enough time, bro.
Oh, how much time
Let
do
me
you-
cheat.
What you're taking away from me is time with sports, Billy.
I know, but look at all the time that we have.
I'll wait 5 more seconds.
I don't know it, dang it. These are hard, Papa.
That's Civil War history, Billy.
Yeah, but I'm not going to know that off the top of my head.
I'm not through with Civil War history yet. I'm going to have a story about the Civil War history.
Well, that's fine having stories about it.
5th question. A great comedian of another century, no, yeah, I guess another century, was noted for taking entertainment to our troops wherever they were.
Bob Hope.
Way to go.
Finally.
You got 1 out of 5.
Well, those weren't the easiest questions, so I'm not ashamed.
You're batting what now?
I don't know, 10%?
200.
200.
You've got to learn your batting average, Billy.
Listen at you.
Sports.
Aunt Cindy called and said that Billy was part of the people that tore down that school. Or that gym. Yeah.
The one that
That we
was
were
just on the
talking
award
about.
fair.
Yeah.
What about that?
And she said
Okay.
Mom May went to that school too. The old
Really?
high school, yeah.
Well, yeah, that Daddy and I think Laura May was older than Daddy a little bit, but not much.
Right.
I think Daddy was born around 1910, 1911. Laura May might have been 1908, somewhere right in there.
Okay.
Okay, sports of all sorts.
Yeah.
Start out with baseball. Not much going on. It's too early in the year to say anything, but Atlanta is 8 games. They're 8 games out of first place. But they're in second place.
They are in second?
They're in second, but they're 8 games behind in their division.
Well, they must be doing a little bit better. Last year they were in last place the whole season.
Well, I think last week they were in last place too.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so.
But my Dodgers. Now let me see about my Dodgers. My
What about
Dodgers,
them?
they're only 2.5 games behind, but
Okay.
they're in third place.
So it's a tight race in
So
that
there's
division.
2 teams in front of them. But
Who are they?
Colorado's in first place.
Okay.
Colorado.
Who's in second?
I don't remember. Don't remember. But anyway, I know my Dodgers are not doing too well.
That could be worse.
I've got one pitcher, Clayton Kershaw. He's won 7 ball games already.
Well, he's having a good season.
He's having
man.
a good year. If we just had another Clayton Kershaw, we'd be in first place.
Yeah.
Football.
Definitely not much going on there,
Earlier,
Papa.
I made the report on this station, Channel 18 and WUAT both. I said there would be no caravan out of Knoxville this year for the football team. Mainly because they had nothing to toot their horn about. And
Well,
they didn't want to go out here into the communities of the state of Tennessee and brag on how good they were,
No.
because people would spit in their eye.
Yeah.
So,
True.
but the new athletic director, somewhere along the way, has weaved his magic spell, and he has convinced Butch Jones that he won't let anybody spit in his eye. And so they're going to have the caravan, the big orange caravan, and it's going to go into the city of Chattanooga.
Yeah, they come there every year.
They come there every year.
Who's going to be on it this time?
Well, Mr. Curie's coming himself,
Okay.
and Butch Jones. And,
Holly's usually with them.
well, they didn't mention Holly,
Well, I was about to say no.
but they
with those sticks at her.
I think Mr. Curie, he got that rapport started with a fandom out here. He said, I'm going to put in a line, let you call me, and you can find out what's going on, and I'll be honest, and I'll be transparent.
Yeah, I just wonder if he's really going to do that.
I think what he's trying to do now, he's trying to put a Band-Aid on a rupture,
Yeah.
because Tennessee fans are not stupid.
No.
We may be a little bit naive, but we're not stupid. Those brick by brick campaigns that Mr. Butch Jones was going to do every year, well, it worked. It worked.
At first.
2 back-to-back 9-4 seasons came to a standstill. That's not brick by brick.
No.
So the fans out here that go into those seats in the stadium at Knoxville every Saturday, 102,000+, they might renege just a little bit and say, well, Mr. Curie and Mr. Jones, we want more than just words.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they've decided that this caravan will go to some strategic cities and talk to some strategic alumni that helps fund the organization up there called the Tennessee Volunteers. And I would say that they're going to try their best to soothe the waters that are disturbed out here.
Allie, not to interrupt you, Papa. Allie, that fan felt wonderful. So turn it back on. If you accidentally did, in case y'all wouldn't know, but it is really hot and stuffy
hot
in here.
It's hot.
So
maybe a lot of hot air being spread over here. But I think that the Tennessee fans here want simply a 10-win season, at least.
yes,
They want to be in the SEC playoff,
of course.
and they want to go to a better bowl game than they're going to.
Yeah, I don't think that's too much to ask.
That's not too much.
It's not like we're asking for a national championship right off
And
the
how
bat.
many years? Isn't this the 6th year?
Yeah, he's had time. He's had time.
So that's football.
He's got to get it together.
That's football.
We have plenty of time. So.
Basketball.
My Celtics lost last night.
Who did they play?
Cleveland. Is it
Are
on?
they good or are they good?
You accidentally turned it on and now you can't get it back on. Oh, thank you. We need some relief.
Let's get back to sports. Things are back to normal, though. You've got the Cavaliers and Golden State in prime conditions.
Yeah, I know.
How many games ahead do you find Golden State?
Well, up 2-0 on San Antonio. San Antonio really should have won game 1, though. They were up by 20-something points.
Okay, but do you not agree that those two teams look like they're heading for the same thing they did last year?
Oh, yeah.
But now the Celtics, I don't understand. They're at home.
Yeah, they should be playing better again. This is their chance to beat them. If they're going to do it, it's going to happen in Boston.
Right. But now last night's score would indicate a closer game than it was.
Yeah, it wasn't
117-104 is not that close. It was terrible.
I know it.
It was terrible.
They had no answer for LeBron. No answer at all.
38 points.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, but Love, 32, that's not bad for a...
That's a great game, and they didn't stop him either.
Well, that's 70 points between two players.
Yeah.
That'll beat most teams.
It would. They've got to make some serious adjustments for game 2.
Well, I don't know how, after as many years as LeBron James has been in the league, they've never been able to stop him before. What do you think they're going to do?
The Celtics have had a lot of success against LeBron James, though. They have been a thorn in his side. So if one team's going to disrupt him, usually it is them. But they sure didn't last night. They sure didn't.
Of course, now he takes a lot of shots.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him come down the court 5 consecutive times and had no intention of passing the ball off.
No. I think he can be a ball hog a little bit, but he's good. And
but it would be
interesting.
It would be interesting to see how many shots he took and how many he made.
Yeah. He makes a lot, though.
Well, he must, or they wouldn't. Or would they let him keep on shooting if he didn't put him in there?
But I hope the Celtics can at least make it interesting.
Well, that would. What you're saying is they got to win tonight.
They need. Yeah, I think so. I think they need to win in Boston.
You don't think it, you know it.
Yeah, I know it. You're right.
Game 2 is tonight. Softball.
Lady Vols.
What about this? Here we are. Tennessee has a 2-woman rotation pitching. 2 women.
Mm-hmm.
2 girls. Maddie Moss is a sophomore. And Kaylin Arnold
is a freshman.
Mm-hmm. But
very young team to have this much success.
Well, if they've done this well as freshmen and sophomores carrying the load, well, not only carrying the load, they won 44 games all year.
Yeah.
Well, Caitlin's won 19 and Moss has won 24, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So 23.
Okay.
So they're the ones that are winning the games.
Yeah.
There's not a third starter.
There's not. No.
And so if you've done what you've done with a 2-woman rotation and just lost what 8 games all year, 10, but won 44.
Yes,
so
that's a great record.
That sounds
regardless, but for a team that young, that's amazing.
What I'm saying is that bodes well for next year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And a junior.
Definitely. Next 2 years, really.
Yeah, 2 years. But the way the SEC, the NCAA tournament is geared, we have 16 regionals spread out throughout the United States. And all of these 16 regionals it's a double elimination.
Yes.
So you've got 32 teams.
And Tennessee's hosting.
And Tennessee is going to be one of those 16 sites.
And then if they win, they'll be one of the 8 sites for the Super Regionals.
So it's just playing right into their hands.
It really is.
So the husband-wife duo, that's the coach at Tennessee, they played their cards right to get to be where they are.
They really did.
And then when all the dust settles next month, 8 teams go to Oklahoma City
Yes.
for the
World
Series of softball, and hopefully Tennessee will be one of those 8
I
teams.
hope so. They've been there before.
Oh yeah, they've been there before.
They've almost won the national championship on 2 different occasions. Their best chance was when Monica Abbott was pitcher.
I remember
They really
Abbott.
should have won it that year.
Do you remember the year that the Smith girl pitched and her parents lived here?
Yes, Michelle Smith.
And
She commentates. You seen her?
yeah, but they would let me and Carolyn come out there and fish in their pond.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Eddie Albert, we took Eddie Albert.
Okay.
Beautiful people. Ernie was his name, Ernie.
Okay. Yeah. Do they still live here?
I don't really know if they still.
They lived here for a long time.
Yeah, but I haven't been back out there fishing, and I haven't been fishing in a long time.
If you watch these playoffs in softball, you will see her commentating for ESPN.
Well, some of these games will, and listen, it starts tonight.
Yeah, they play tonight.
They play tonight. ESPNU or something is the first.
And ESPN2, they'll be on there. Tennessee plays on ESPN2 tonight, I believe. I don't know who they start out with. Do you?
I haven't read it. Well, I didn't see the parent.
I didn't either. I didn't see who they start out with,
But now I don't really have the finals on the Tiddlywinks right yet.
yeah, we'll look into that Tiddlywink tournament that you claim as a sport.
And marbles.
Mm-hmm.
That's sports.
No, it's not. Well, I tried to tell you earlier, we've got more time, and you tried to breeze through trivia like a tornado and see we've still got 10 minutes. You're going to have to start listening to us. That's not sports.
Well, I told you I could do the Tiddlywinks.
Well, Tiddlywink's not sports. When we have a Tiddlywink section to this show, I'll let you talk about it.
Well,
I can tell you, the Lady Vols have lost a key player. Did you read that? Taya Cooper, who was coming back this year from injury. She would have been a sophomore. Has, for whatever reason, decided to leave. That's a huge blow to them. She was going to be the starting point guard.
whoa.
And now this come out yesterday, she's transferring.
Well,
Alexa Middleton's transferring.
really?
So 2 players leaving.
Well, I noticed there's going to be another person leave Knoxville at the end of the season. The men's baseball coach is going to leave.
Well, he needs to.
Well,
He's worse than her.
They're letting him finish out the season.
Well, yeah, because there's no hope for the season. That's why.
But now, there's not been any name bandied about to replace him. Don't have any idea. But here again, Mr. Curry, that's going to be his job, to put the organization together and find that man that'll take his place that will put a winning team out on the diamond.
He needs to. But if he wants to make a name for himself, he needs to do something about Butch and Holly. If he really wants to win over some fans, that's the way to go.
Well, you know what I've noticed since he's been there?
Mm-hmm.
He's got rid of the tennis coach.
I know, he's just...
And he's getting rid of the baseball coach. And he did it in a gentlemanly way. Instead of firing him, he let him, couldn't go anywhere the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So he's going to let him finish out the season and then retire.
Yeah.
He won't get fired that way. It won't be against his resume.
That's nice. That's nice on his part.
But you still have got 2 sore spots.
You do. I mean, he's taking the easy way out. Yeah, I fired some coaches. Yeah, big deal. You let go of the tennis coach and the baseball coach.
But he's got no relief in sight from the rebuttals he'll get for not doing something.
Oh, no, it's just not going to stop. It's not going to get any easier for him.
And the athletic director, Beverly Davenport, if you'll remember, she said, she asked him, "Are you tough?
He's going to have to
How
prove
big
it.
is your hide?" Well, getting rid of the tennis coach and the baseball men's coach
Proves absolutely nothing. Don't prove anything. because nobody cares. I hate to say it, but it's just the truth.
One thing that scared me, and I said it on radio here and television, and you didn't know it when I said it.
Mm-hmm.
But I said Davenport made a reference to the basketball arena as Holly's house.
Yeah, that was a very stupid statement.
I've not heard that put back in print.
No, I'd say not. He got slammed for it.
Oh my.
The fans come unglued on it, and they should have. It was a stupid thing to say.
I don't understand what
That's not being tough. That's kissing her butt.
Why would it crop up in your head?
It shouldn't ever.
No. Holly
ain't done jack squat. That's what Holly's done. She's not done
her
anything.
accomplishments are nil.
Yes.
So why would you say, look what Holly did?
Yeah, she's not done anything but had 2 of the worst years in program history.
What made it sacrilegious?
Mm-hmm.
She just disregarded what Pat Summitt had done.
Mm-hmm.
By giving
she shouldn't have said that.
the accolades to Holly.
Yeah, it was a Davenport woman that said this one. That's right. She really shouldn't have said it.
Well, I'm sure she's sorry she said it, but she's made no apologies.
No,
Like I say,
she's just not said it again.
Well, it's not even been put back.
She won't say it again.
No sports writer has ever said anything about it again, is what I'm saying.
No.
It's been swept under the rug neatly, cleanly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think politics plays too much of a role up there in some things, and that's why some things are not getting handled right.
Politics, that's an interesting area.
Mm-hmm.
I decided once I would get into politics, I did.
We're still talking sports. I'm just making politics plays a part up there, though, too.
Well, everywhere. Sports, not just one thing.
Yeah.
Politics can get in everything.
I was
going to tell you I got into it one time.
I know. We might talk about that on Albertology. How about that? Who do you think's going to win the College World Series? We got 5 minutes to go in sports. And we're going to keep it on sports by Georgia.
Florida.
Well, that's an easy pick, the #1 team, but you're probably right.
Well, the reason I'm picking Florida, they're from the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an SEC supporter.
Yeah, I mean, if Tennessee loses,
and I will be for Alabama if Alabama's playing for the national championship against another organization other than an SEC team like Tennessee.
Exactly. Even in football, you would be?
I would be for Alabama. If they were my representative from my conference, I would be for them.
I mean, I'm usually like that, but I'm not going to lie. It was nice to see Alabama get beat this year for me. You get tired of the same team winning all the time.
How many times did you see them get beat?
Just by Clemson in the national championship game. So you get tired of seeing it. You know, it's great for that school's fans, but it's not so great for everybody else.
I realize that, but what are you going to do about it?
Well, I did. I supported Clemson.
But you let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, and everybody else has got to get up to par and catch up with them. We'll try to.
Listen, the reason Tennessee was able to accomplish what they did in women's basketball was partly because of the coach. True.
Yeah.
But also the other schools in the country, all over the United States, did not give a hoot about women's basketball.
Exactly. There was no parity.
Tennessee showed them what could be done.
Yeah, she put it on the map.
And she sacrificed herself to be that for women's basketball.
That's true.
And she accomplished what she set out to do. Yeah. But in doing so, she created parity.
Yes, she did.
And on the tail end, I don't think she would have played Connecticut if they'd given her $1 million.
No, because she's the reason they are where they are.
Yeah.
Because she agreed to play them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish she hadn't played them. Because I keep standing their coach.
I can't get it. I'm not going to say I hate him.
Cocky, son of a gun.
I'm not going to say I hate him. But I can say I don't like him.
Yeah. Don't like his attitude at all.
Well, he's cocky.
He is. Very much
I never
so.
recognized that in Pat.
No, she seemed a lot more
I can
humble.
remember seeing a scowl on her face toward one of her players.
Yes, she made
And she
business.
made that player get better.
Yes, she did.
But I never detected any cockiness in her at all.
No. Seemed very humble.
And she would play UTC.
Yeah.
And over the years, Tennessee's played UTC.
Yeah.
But not in football. The last time,
No, they don't.
the last time UK played UTC beat us.
No. When was that?
Back when Bookie Turner was sheriff of Hamilton County, I'll tell you that.
Whatever that
They
was.
tore the goalpost down. Well, Bookie Turner was sheriff, and the man that repaired shoes right down here across from the store, where Cecil Corbin's son's got a
Dwayne.
Dwayne Corbin. He had a little shoe shop in there where he repaired shoes. And he was deaf mute. Carl Watson was his name. He was kin to Bookie. His wife was kin to Bookie Turner.
Really?
And Bookie Turner would come here, and he'd come over the store and buy steaks for me. And Buddy, I think they had to put him in jail. There was such an uproar in Knoxville over UTC beating Knoxville that year, and they never played them again.
No way. No wonder.
Oh, you don't want UTC to beat UK,
No.
but they did.
God, that's a huge upset. Huge.
I'm glad.
And Allie has saved us with this fan. It's really stuffy in here. So thank you for that fan.
She's a nice
Allie.
lady.
Yeah. Most of the time, she even admits that. Most of the time. Today, yes. Yes. It's really hot in here. But anyway, it's time for a break. That's it for sports for today. We'll be back with some good old Albertology right now. All right, welcome back to the Albert and Bily Show on WUAT AM 1110 and Channel 18 Valley TV and YouTube. And it's time for Albertology.
All right. I apologize. Last week I didn't have time to do Ask Marilyn.
Yeah.
So this week I've got 2 Ask Marilyn questions.
We won't know either one, so that's okay.
I didn't know either one.
I'm sure hers are ridiculously hard.
Right now, I'm going to see how perceptive you are. Just listen closely.
You too, Allie.
Say you fire a bullet across